everybody. My name is Adam Jones. I'm the owner and founder of Pullman Marketing. We specialize in doing marketing for financial advisors. And today we're going to be walking through another website. My team kind of found it randomly. We went through it. I have not monitored, I haven't checked anything. I've seen glimpses because it's on the screen in front of me. I'm really excited to hop into it because it looks like a really, really cool business. And so without any delay, we're going to get right into going through an SEO audit, some design audit, and tips and tricks that can help elevate this website. Free tools, a couple paid tools, low paid tools to work through any other adjustments. And this is going to be good. This is going to be good. I love going through these. I love website design. I love SEO. I've had a deep history for the last 20 years doing that, and it is constantly changing in good ways, in really good ways, right? Because the whole point of SEO and building websites is for a good customer experience. So when we're able to provide a good customer experience, we're serving people, and I love that. I love that. So once again, I'm Adam Jones, the owner of Pullman Marketing, and we're going to get into this website. So, okay, initial impressions. I love it. In a lot of ways, I love this. Premier Partners, Wealth Management, Riverside Street Riverside Avenue in Spokane. Call us today. All right, we'll take a look through here. I've seen a couple of things as I'm just kind of scrolling through. I want to see the bottom. Yeah, I thought so. Okay, so your financial advisors, people are buying into FMG Suite. I know a lot of, LPL. A lot of people in LPL shift and use FMG Suite. Admittedly, this looks like an older template of FMG. So, I mean, if you are working with FMG, you should talk to them about getting an updated template. Because I suspect that there's probably some mobile responsive issues, right? Like, so when I see this this menu, this feels like late 2000s, kind of on that Mac OS X kind of feel. One of the things that is going to be an issue is this being an image up front. That does not carry SEO value. Is this a picture too? Let's see here. Yeah, okay. This should just be a video that you can play. I shouldn't have to go to another page for it. Let's see here. Welcome, Premier Partners Wealth Management. Please explore, follow the link directly for a free portfolio analysis. Admittedly, at first glance, I don't feel like this was made by AI. So I do have some additional affinity to that. I am going to start inspecting. When you right click and click on inspect, you're able to go ahead and get an idea of how a website was built. Oh, yeah, we're going to run into some mobile responsive problems. And so when I click in here, I can hover and I can see that this is an H2. So an H1 is the most important signal on a page that can be sent to Google saying, this is what this page is about. So when I see that this as the H2 is set up that way and it's rotating, that's the largest piece of text on the site aside from the image. Now, the image is not an H1, so it can't communicate that. So it does look like we're missing some initial H1 signals to be sent to Google. Oh gosh, when I see this on this side, I see, oh, check if it's IE7, IE8, IE9. That's Internet Explorer. The website is checking itself and making sure that it is available and workable to Internet Explorer 789. That's beautiful. Technically 6 is in there. If you notice this class, Node.js IE6. A lot of people gave Internet Explorer crap. I used to until I heard a developer talk about this. Little known fact, Internet Explorer rendered code completely accurately. It rendered it completely accurately. Firefox, Safari, Chrome, and the others would actually fix broken code during the rendering process. So it would actually always look better if it was in Firefox, but that was only because IE said, no, this is what you coded. This is what you get. So That's funny that that's in there still. I haven't seen that in a couple years. But yeah, you can see static FMG images. That's fine. They're there. Okay. Ooh, weekly insights from the LPL research team. Let's see. Are these H2s? Okay. And then, these are okay. So these are in H3. They're in H3. It's kind of coded a little bit weird, but yeah, helpful content. That is good. That's accurate. H3 going down. That's fine. I'd like to see some H4s. Once again, we still haven't told Google what this is yet. Perfect. You got H4s right down here. Ooh, calculators. Ooh, they have a 401k catch-up calculator. Oh, that's a great tool. Oh my gosh, that's awesome. I love that. And that's hosted right here on the website. Phenomenal. These things are fantastic. And this is probably download results. Do you make me download something? Oh, but you don't capture my email address. Okay. So that'd be nice if that was gate kept just a little bit more. But I love that this resource is there. Have questions about this. That mobile response is gonna kill me. All right. Cool. So like I think that this website actually is providing tremendous amounts of value. I think you're hiding the value pretty low. Your SEO signals are a little bit weak, but let's go see who these people are. Let's meet the team. Yeah. Okay, because if we click who we are and meet the team, that goes to the same place. So our story began in the 1980s when our founder Fred opened the doors with a simple belief: good advice starts with truly knowing the people you serve. Absolutely. Man, I like these people already. Okay, wait. So then over the years, our team has grown. Our longtime assistant Jennifer joined the team more than 20 years ago, followed by the next generation of leadership, Stacer, over a decade ago. When was this written, though? What was a decade ago? Do we have a timestamp on the site? 2026 FMG. Okay. So some of this data might be outdated, but okay. So Stacer is the person in charge now. Oh, Fred's still there. Okay. He looks cool. Stacer looks cool. Uh, looks like an older picture. Kenny. Seems cool. Okay, joined the team in 2024. Okay, so Jennifer, this is the person that they talked about. Okay, so 2004, responsible for the day-to-day. Okay, and then, okay, so yeah, read more's work. That's nice. Oh, great. Branch operation manager holds her series 7. That is unusual. That's awesome. I love to see that. Because sometimes you have operations or manager people who don't have that credential, and so then they don't always have the context, and so that's cool. That's great. That's super cool. I love it. I love to see it. This is really neat. Experience what matters. Tell me about it. What tell me what matters. Okay, I'm assuming this is a picture of everybody on vacay. That's fun. It's a little small, right? Like I wish this was a little bit bigger. Let me close. Yeah, I wish this picture was a little bit bigger. Increasingly complex financial markets. That's cool. This experience matters. Awesome. Okay. The reason I've only gotten this far is because your average site traffic is going to be doing exactly this. When we look at our data analytics from all of our other financial advisors, we tend to track that they go maybe 25% down the page. So about one scroll down. Ooh, that's taking a little bit to load since I hit the home button. Oh, I don't like that. Is it easier to go back? Okay, so the homepage is having some trouble. So wait for that to process. People will go about 25% down, and then they're going to go to the About Us page to look at pictures. And that's why, like, even when we look at your Google business profile, it's nice to have a picture of the exterior of your building, just so people know, hey, this is where I'm going. It is also nice to be able to see the person that I'm going to be speaking to. And that helps to do a lot of anxiety reduction for your customers as they're coming in the door, right? Like we always kind of forget that like money is a sensitive issue. Like my parents never talked about money. It's still like they're getting up there in age. I'm like, hey, we got to talk about this. Is the will set up? Yeah. Cool. Right, it's sensitive. It's hard for, folks to talk about. So then when we're able to reduce any amount of anxiety at anywhere part of the buyer's journey, the better. Okay, so that took almost like 40 seconds to a minute to ooh, and it didn't even render properly. Okay. Yeah, talk to FMG. Let's get you an updated template. But a lot of times they're gonna scroll about yay far. And I do like that you have the free portfolio risk analysis. I think that's nice because you're still right. Like when they first hit the page, this is the first thing they're greeted with, which behavioral finance might not be the right image to start off on in this slider because that's the one that consistently comes up. This one's cool too. So social security band numbers, that's a good one. I wish that came up first and maybe limit the amount of selections. But then I do a slight scroll. I have my free portfolio risk analysis. So that takes me to risk. Okay, yeah. So it takes me to an offsite spot. That's a little bit jarring. Um, oh, and it's not working. Oh boy. Okay. Gotcha. Okay, it had us leave before the disclaimer showed up. I'll try going one more time. And this is what I'm being greeted with. That's tough. So please talk to your partner on that, your risk analyzed partner. As I scroll down, you do have the articles, calculators. I would actually lead with the calculators because you already have your helpful content up here. I would lead with the calculators. We're finding in the industry that a lot of people are not doing the white papers or downloadable checklists or any of those kind of standard lead generation tools. It's the calculators and the quizzes that are hitting really, really well. We've created one that works really well. And so we use that with our clients. It's working super good. Far better than a lot of the white papers or industry things that we're seeing. Now, granted, Fisher is still running white paper stuff of, how to, retire with $1 million. Well, okay, 2 years ago it was 500,000 and now it's $1 million. Okay, well, that doesn't make me feel very hopeful that you're able to take care of me at 750, right? Like if we're paying attention, we have the branded awareness, there's some mismatched communication. So after someone scrolls through, they're going to see that, they might click there, but then typically they're going to go to that who we are, meet our team. They're probably not going to hit the LPL because right there, they don't necessarily work with LPL, they work with you. And you're just facilitating that part. And then they might go to the what we do. Oftentimes they're going to hit that contact us. It does make me a little bit sad that these are not hard coded to do a click to call. Now your iPhone, Android device are going to activate that click to call more often than not, but it helps, especially if they're using something like a Brave browser or they're using DuckDuckGo or something else. I have noticed DuckDuckGo has increased in market size and it's actually been in the age 45 plus demographics. Who knew? Even once again, even my dad, he's 76. He's like, oh yeah, I'm using the duck. Like I don't want people to know my stuff. Um, I love my dad. He's great. Um, and so that's just something to be mindful of that these should be hard coded. Even your address should be hard coded that when I click on this, I'm going to a Google Maps to figure out how to get to your office location, which is a great office location. That's a great picture. I would get a newer updated one because I'm pretty sure that block does not look like that. I'm also pretty sure that nobody drives those types of cars anymore. So I would just to pull it a little bit more modern would be nice. Ooh, okay. You got the Google Map thing down here. That's awesome. This looks good. Oh, yeah, yeah. Get an updated photo. That would be huge for this. That's not just perfectly square because like you could keep this design template and just have it be vertical and it'd be great. Let's go look at mobile. Let's go look at mobile before we get into some of the other SEO. Ooh, okay. All right. So mobile experience is a little bit rough. Honestly, once again, I'm not going to harp on this too much. Just because this is an older FMG template. I could harp on it all day. I'm not, because that's a waste of time. Talk to FMG, get that new template. If we scroll down, ooh, yeah. So this is one of the concerns that I have when we front load a lot of text is we're scrolling down and then we're getting a massive block of text. My eyes and the eyes of an older person are going to glaze on this pretty fast. And so the first thing as they're scrolling is the free portfolio risk analysis. That's the thing that's going to pull their eyes, but they might not have enough context. And so for your mobile version, I would say to simplify this. Even if you just had a picture of "We are your team" and click here to meet us with an introductory video. That will welcome, that will nurture and create more affinity upfront, to make that. And on the new template, you'll probably have your phone number or other like immediate contact information right up front. Menu's working. That's nice. But gosh, it's so hard. Like the little house icon, like I know that's cool. It looks good. It's blurry. If you're seeing this on a stream, it is blurry. Like it's not a high res icon. It's nitpicky. Okay, as we go down, it does. I like how it is simplified, right? Because you go into your helpful content. You're not even offering me the calculators at this point. That's fine. That makes sense. But this block of text, right? Like once again, if the first impression is I'm going to scroll 25%, you're missing me. You're missing the target with me. Um, so, but otherwise, some updated photos, a new template. I think that a lot of this is really delightful. Sorry, I want pictures of people up front, right? Like I love this story. I love this story a lot. This is cool. Um, I really appreciate it. This is a bigger dash, but honestly, it's probably not an EM dash. Good job. Cool. All right, let's go into Screaming Frog. Screaming Frog is a free tool. Once again, I always like to show free tools for people to look to be able to see, hey, how is my SEO? How are my things doing? How can I operate? How can I do better? Right? Like we're trying to generate leads. We're trying to generate conversations. This is a free tool, Screaming Frog. And the main thing I like to do, I'm going to do this pretty much in all of my videos, is I'm going to go down to here on the bottom side where it says SERP snippet, right? So that's the SERP snippet. That means the search engine results page. This is where I can check and see if you are sending direct signals to Google. Otherwise, Google is just going to guess, and it does not always guess correctly. We're working with some clients right now where they haven't updated it, they haven't maintained it, they have not sent clear signals, and so Google is making stuff up. But we're also finding cached content from up to 2 to 4 years ago that Google has not updated. So these are some of those things that we do need to work on and that we do need to review and check in on. So as that finished its initial scan, I'm going to be able to see, hey, on the homepage, this is Premier Partners Wealth Management, planning for the future so you can enjoy the present. That's a great tagline. The hard part is with your title and with your meta description here, you're not saying that you are in Spokane. If you're just trying to rank for your name, awesome. You're already going to do that, especially with your Google Maps location. That's already taken care of. What we would advocate for is, Spokane Financial Advisor, if I could spell. We do pipe, right? That'll help you rank better because the first 3 words of your title and of your meta description are the ones that Google looks at most. That's what it's going to base most of its things on. And so the other part of it is consistency, right? So they're going to look at the H1 of the page, they're going to look at the title, and they're going to look at the meta description. And the AI will ask itself, is this all consistent? Well, not really, right? If we look at our homepage again, I'm going to swing back. Your H2 is behavioral finance. Your H2 is weekly insights from an LPL research team. So even as much as we're trying to rank for Premier Partners Northwest, or Premier Partners Wealth Management, I should say, it's not going to rank for it. It's just not sending the right signals to Google for you to rank for those keywords. So I would recommend one, clean up those H1s / create them, clean up the H2s / switch the slider things. Once again, a new template's going to do a lot. But then make sure that the signals that we're sending to Google are accurate and appropriate. So when I look here, we're going to see, what you do, products and services. I would love to see a service page for each one of these where you talk about how you do help 401k and 403b plans for small businesses. I want a web page about that. And that will help you rank far better. If I go back to here, let's see, I need to find our products and services. Let's see. Yes, scan, scroll through. Useful links. Oh boy. Let's see. Let's do a search to see if we can find it faster. Products. All right, products and services. See, we're not even sending any signals to Google that we are actually financial planners, that we do traditional IRAs, that we do Roth conversions, or wealth management advice or other things. The signals are not there. We're actually not sending it to them. Right? This isn't filled out. And if we're trying to rank for the search term, our products and services, honestly, there's going to be other companies that are going to do better. So this is actually a massive area for concern and massive opportunities. Oh, there is an H1 here. Great. So this is where I would say financial advisor services as your H1. And then, that should be an H2, and have like wealth management services as your H2. And then we can do these H3s into H4s for those line items. And then click those 2 pages that talk specifically about those. So this is cool. There's a lot of room for growth. Like, once again, new template, adjust some content, send the right signals. If you do those adjustments, you are going to rank higher than your competitors, and you're going to do a lot better in the Spokane market. Yeah. Yeah, so I don't want to belabor those items too much. Um, do we have Facebook? Okay, I'm going to go a little bit off the beaten path for just a moment. What does the Facebook look like? I'm curious. Okay, last post was 2021. So yeah, it's time to update some stuff. And the cool thing is, like, LPL for its compliance office has gotten a lot easier to work with. So I would say let's push that. Have a question. I'll test that out later. LinkedIn, where are we going with LinkedIn? How do we show up in LinkedIn? This is just to verify, like, hey, are these things here? Do they exist? One school alumni works here. That's cool. So got the about. Oh, you attended Washington State University. Go Cougs. That's awesome. Yeah, great. Yeah, that's all pretty standard. I'd love to see some posts. That can help, right? Because when we create posts within LinkedIn and in Facebook and other social media platforms, we are creating what we call backlinks. Backlinks send information and authority back to your website. And that's a signal to Google to make sure that, oh, yeah, these are the right people. And the cool thing is, like, if we set it up right, we then are able to say on that search engine results page, here is Premier's partners and their website links. And then here's Premier Partners' Facebook page, and then Premier Partners' LinkedIn page, and Premier Partners' Yelp. No, probably your FINRA page for the broker check. You have those set up, so then you are eating up all the real estate within that search engine results page and being able to crowd out all of your other competitors. That's the kind of search engine presence that we do want to have. So, amongst other opportunities, I am going to pull up our Claude because he is super cool. And we're going to just grab this URL. Claude knows what to do because I have built the project. And we are using SEMrush through an MCP connector. And with SEMrush, we're able to have it go through and check, hey, is this working? Who are the competitors? And then what are the other areas that we should be looking at that our competitors might be lagging and for us to be able to dominate into the market. While this is running, I am going to take a drink. I do drink Rockstar a fair amount. This is my favorite. It does not have any fake sugars, which means it only has real sugars, which I try to be good on that. Um, Man, I just don't like fructose corn syrup or aspartame. I just I'm not there. I'm not there for it. Now, as we're watching this grow and work through it, I am going to plug our financial advisor marketing guild. We have it on school.com. And it's a great place to do a lot of these beginner marketing things. And for groups that are looking to go from zero up to and past 30 million AUM, we'd love to see you over there at school. It's the Financial Advisors Marketing Guild. Check it out. We have some free resources. We also have a full year-round content flywheel that you're just able to have stuff for your newsletter. It is very compliant friendly because everything that we provide, it's a little generic sized, but it's been through 5 to 10 different compliance offices. So we can almost guarantee that it should be fine with compliance and that you're good to go. We also have some other really, really, really cool AI tools in there. I don't want to spoil that. Go check it out. It is so cool. I built them. I think they're cool. You should check it out. Um, for a lot of our other financial advisors and financial advisor services, we do build a lot of SEO content. We also build full-fledged studios inside of your office. We know that YouTube, we actually push a YouTube first strategy for a lot of our media. We know that podcasting is really big. And so we work with a lot of financial advisors to evaluate, one, is that the right approach? Right? Not every market is meant for that, is good for that. Um, and so is that a good approach? But then also, how can we generate that content in a way that doesn't eat up your time with editing and media creative and managing platforms and dealing with copyright strikes and all the other horrors that you've heard from YouTube or other content creators? We help you navigate all of those pieces and get things on a very routine basis so that all you have to do is show up, get recorded. We handle the entire back office operations of it, and then we're able to get you more appointments. One of the other things that we've had that's been really successful is seminar recovery. A lot of folks will have very high cost per acquisition for your seminars, especially if you're doing the dinner events. Oh my gosh, buying steaks for all those people, especially the plate lickers. We work with you to try and identify plate lickers and kind of ensure that we're not marketing to those people, right? That we're having really good, accurate, targeted advertising spend, but then making sure that people aren't falling through the cracks. One of the things when we've been working with advisors is that the falling through the cracks and that post seminar process is huge. It is absolutely huge. And a lot of our systems that we've been able to put in place can recover up to 25% of your leads that you have already bought, you've already paid for, they're already there. And so a lot of it really is just making sure that the communication is happening, that there are phone calls, that there's postcards, that there's text messages. And we're not doing this in a salesy way. I'm not a heavy, hard salesperson, right? Like if the people find value, they're going to find value. But sometimes when we are so busy, we just need that extra prompting to enter into that next step. I remember a couple years ago we were building out some stuff for e-commerce because we do have some experience there, and we added one of those cart abandonment, right? So we worked with this vendor to, if you forgot something in your cart, you get an email saying, "Hey, did you forget something?" Oh my gosh, it was like a 40% increase in sales from cart abandonment. They were able to radically increase their bottom line just by reminding people in a non-salesy way, hey, inventory is running low. We want to make sure that you are getting this product on time and for your needs, right? Like we're not having to do a bunch of cheesy hard sales, hard urgency. Oh my God, it's going to be out of stock tonight. This is the last one. Buy it now. We're not that way. And we don't believe, especially in the financial advisor market, that it needs to be that way. And so seminar recovery systems are an amazing way to plug in a new system and be able to generate those conversations again. Once again, especially if you've already paid for them, right? Like you've paid for dinner, you've paid for the marketing, you've paid for everything to get them in the door. I've watched many advisors just watch those people fall through the cracks, um, and it's tough. We should be able to recover, recapture, and be able to create bottom line improvements that never existed before. So if you have any questions on anything that I talked about or any other things related to financial advisor marketing, feel free to direct message me. Right, like we're live streaming this on YouTube, on Facebook, on LinkedIn, and also school in our school community. Um, that is huge, right? Like DM me anywhere, anytime, and I can answer questions through the DMs, or we can set up a one-on-one conversation. You can also schedule directly with me on my calendar at schedule.pullmanmarketing.com, and you're going to get right to me. All right, so it looks like this finished. Give me just a moment to expand this over and take a drink. Yeah, perfect. Perfect. Yeah. So this confirms 90% of what we've already been talking about, right? So in this, we're going to be looking at your competitors, which is Quantum, Fulcrum, and 3030. It's kind of a cool name, 3030. Um, this is giving us some monthly searches. Let's see, what's our, okay, so, and this is Spokane and Spokane Valley. Now, admittedly, these search volumes are a little bit lower than I would assume, but that also means that these are going to be a little bit higher competition, right? Like when I see Quantum is killing it for Financial Advisors Spokane and Spokane Financial Advisors, and your number two is Fulcrum, and they're right there, that's tough. And on this right side, you're seeing that you're ranking on what would be the equivalent of page 3, 4, and 5, and up to page 7 on Google. And I don't know if you're like me. I don't hit the next page button inside of Google. If I don't find what I want, I'm going over to ChatGPT and saying, "Hey, I didn't see this. Can you find it for me?" Right? So like we need to bump that up heavily. We need to bump that up. So there just some of the things that we talked about. If you implement them, you're going to start ranking. You might be number 4, but that is far better than page 7. So there may be other things that can help bolster. Um, yeah, yeah, yeah. Let's have a conversation if you're up for it. Okay, now this is your direct head-to-head competition, right? So then when we look down here, this is where we're gonna start trying to find some gaps, right? So Spokane Certified Financial Planner. Oh my gosh, Quantum's killing it. They're doing really good. They're doing really, really good. Shoot. Yeah. Okay, and then Fulcrum's sitting on these. Yeah, okay. So it looks like the Valley has some open opportunities for us to go. The certified financial planner, I think there's probably I know there's going to be some good things. That and there's pretty good search search volume around it. Fee only. I didn't see that you were a fee only group. You might, yeah, search volume. Search volume's a little bit low for that, so I don't know if I would go that direction. Ooh, Washington Tax Content Engine. Gotcha. Okay. Oh. Okay. I wasn't expecting Claude to go this route. I'm okay with it. I'm okay with it. I'm gonna take a look at your products and services real quick. Cash risk tolerance, thorough investment analysis, cash flow, market over 60 years, helping people preserve their nest egg, long-term retirement strategies. Gotcha. Okay, so I'm not seeing that you're doing a lot of tax services or CPA items, but there is a large push right now for financial advisors and CPAs to be working more together in tandem, especially in Washington State as our tax code gets more complicated. So I do like the angle that Claude is kind of going for with you. I'd want to massage this a little bit more. But if you look, your search volume is tremendous, right? Like this is monthly searches in Spokane Valley. So if you just started placing yourself for some of these tax categories and how to do retirement planning or tax efficient retirement planning, you would gobble up truckloads of traffic that Fulcrum, 3030, and Quantum are not even touching. So I don't know what your services look like. We haven't had a conversation. If that was an opportunity in terms of service offerings and direction of where you want to take the firm, oh my gosh, that is worth a lot. So once again, I will be sending this to you. Hopefully you're watching. I'll be sending this directly to you for you guys to take a look and see if this is something that is valuable or not valuable. If it's not, let me know. Um, but then if we go down to niche and local pack opportunities, lower search volume, divorce financial advisors near me. I've been seeing this pop up a little bit more. I don't have too many advisors that are pushing those services, but I've seen this pop up more and more. Um, there is, it looks like there's actually a fair amount of opportunities for growth that you could push in there. Um, I do like the financial planning for real estate agents, especially with CDA blowing up the way it has, and even north of Spokane growing the way it has. I think there's a lot of openings. The fact that no one is ranking for this is huge. Um, I would immediately make an article like that or a resource like that. Um, and then it looks like financial services 99201. There are some Google business optimizations that you could do. So there's a ton of opportunity here. I love what I'm seeing. Once again, new FMG template, a little bit of new content based upon this gap analysis. You guys are going to do great. You guys are going to do phenomenal. Um, and radically increase. And so one of the things that we do as we work through our content production plan and the local cluster, these are just SEO jargon words that say we need to make content around these keywords. And some of the easiest ways to do that is by working with a team to create video content, something that introduces you and your team. And then we're able to take that transcripted data and information, translate that to the on-page content for the website, and hits all of these keywords really nicely. One of the things you have to also kind of remember is that Google likes to see anywhere between 750 to 1200 words per web page. So even though we might say, okay, well we've got all the words, we've got all the right words on this page, um, right, and we are trying to rank for them. We're not sending the right signals, but we have words. We have the right words. because we're under that 750 word count,
Mm.
that is actually going to send additional signals that say that this is not worth a customer's time and that this is not a worthwhile customer experience. So, those are things that we have to keep in mind as we're running through our website audits, our design audits, and how we approach possibly new customers in the future. Let's see if there's anything else that was of interest. Yeah, see, there's some tax engine things that are just really good. Those are really good. Sorry, Claude blew me away on this analysis. I haven't seen one come back quite this unique. This is really good. So now there are this report. It is going to talk about your CPC. So CPC means your cost per click, and that's for pay-per-click advertising. We don't necessarily invite or suggest doing that a lot, just because it can be very expensive, especially when we look in markets like a Bellevue or Spokane or LA. Some of these can actually go up to 30 to 40, $50 per click. And that's just not something that is, to me, a good steward of your resources. Whereas we can run YouTube ads, we can run Netflix ads, we can run network streaming ads, we can do some banner display, some targeted Facebook, and things that will actually generate more clicks for pennies on the dollar. So that's where I would say, cool, that's cost per click. It looks like some people are advertising. I don't even want to run that competition because I don't know that you're going to receive the value off of that. Now we evaluate that on a market by market basis, but in this particular instance, I think that there's better ways to do it. The other thing too is if someone's considering going through and doing a pay-per-click strategy, if your website is not up to snuff, right? Like if we're constantly ranking page 3 through 7, your Google page rank is actually going to be much lower than a competitor's. And so then Google says you have to bid higher. You're going to pay more money in cost per click, not as punishment, but to pay the Google tax, which is punishment, to even rank on that first page sponsored result. They're going to charge you more money than your competitors because your competitor's website is going to be considered a better user experience. So that's one of those things that I just, it bothers me the way that Google runs that, um, and their cascading bidding system, but they're the ones in charge. They're the ones that can do it. Now, if you're looking at a pay-per-click ad strategy and you're just really sold and gung-ho on it, one of the things that we do recommend in certain regions, not all, is using Bing advertising. Bing advertising can sit at about a third of the cost of Google. And it will also end up being the default search engine for all new PC computers. Not everyone goes in to Google or Chrome, sets it to Google search engine. A lot of folks are still just opening up Edge and searching. And so if you're in that mindset and that mentality, you're going to be able to have a far better advertising experience than those who are not. Because if this is your immediate page every time you open your web browser, and we could have a picture right there on the front saying, check out Premier Partners Wealth Management, and a beautiful picture of the team. Oh my goodness, that is going to look so good. And once again, that is pennies on the dollar for that display ad in a secondary market that is also tuned for people age 55 and up. It's just my 2 cents. Pennies on a dollar, 2 cents. It's funny. Um, I like those jokes. But that is all the time that we have for today. Once again, my name is Adam Jones. If you found this helpful in any way, please reach out to me. Hit me up on LinkedIn or Facebook, or reach out to us on our website, or schedule directly with me. I'll even pull up the schedule, ooh, if I could type, schedule.pullmanmarketing.com. It's as easy as that. You can pull it up. I have 15-minute, 30-minute, 60-minute increments. I would love to have a conversation with you. I would love to learn about your business, how you guys operate, what you do, and if there's any easy wins to accelerate either your firm's growth, maintain market dominance, or be able to build out a better digital presence. So, thank you all so much for today, for taking the time, especially if you watched all the way through. I can see kind of on the side that there have been a couple people that have watched all the way through. Thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate it. I value it. Time is one of our most important assets. Thank you so much. Enjoy the weekend. Have a wonderful, wonderful weekend. Then I have to remember what my videographer told me to click on. Yeah, that thing. So enjoy. Wonderful weekend. Go Cougs. It was a good day. Yeah.